Hey, my name is Brian. Today I'm going to be walking you through some cranial nerve exercises that you can do on a day-to-day basis just to help relieve yourself from all the stressors that you deal with in life. And really just taking note that when you come home or when you are done with your day, all the stimulation or the stressors that have been around you, they will manifest in your body and in your mind. And it's just a good exercise. It's just to help you decompress, relax, cleanse your cranial nerves. So when you go to bed, you get a good night's rest, and you're up and you're awakened and you're refreshed the next day to just keep it going. All right, so for the first nerve that we're going to be working on is cranial nerve number one. That's your olfactory nerve, which controls your sense of smell. I don't know about you, but when you come home after a long day, your nose was just stimulated with all sorts of smells that you encounter throughout the day. So to help cleanse this, what I personally like to do, things that you have in your external environment, I like to use an air purifier and turn that on at night before I go to bed, just to make sure that my environment around me is being cleansed as well. And then, of course, I go upstairs and I make sure I clean my nose out. After that's clean, I get all the things that I've smelled on a daily basis out. I like to smell oils. You can choose like these little oils that you can buy, I'm sure, like on Amazon. But they have lavender oils. I like to use like eucalyptus oils and just kind of use the little oil scent and clear out each nostril on each side. And I'll do that about 2 or 3 times. And then after that, just kind of let my nose reset, taking a deep breath in and then exhaling out. And I definitely can tell a difference. So I don't have the eucalyptus essential oil that I usually have, but I do have an inhaler with eucalyptus that's in it. So we're going to do this exercise together. If you have one of these, great. If not, you can use your essential oils. But for the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to use your opposite free hand and you're going to close that opposite nostril, and you're going to use that inhaler, that essential oil, and you're going to put that close to your nose. I'm going to put this in my nose and just take a deep breath in. And then letting that go and going to the opposite side and just letting that out. And then we'll do the opposite side. So we'll go ahead and take a deep breath in. And letting that air out on the opposite side. So I'll let you try that right now. Again, I do that about 2 or 3 times. And then I'll just give myself a couple of seconds to up to maybe a minute and just kind of like reorganizing my sense of smell and just sometimes taking some deep breaths in with both noses and out. And that helps exercise, cleanse olfactory nerve. All right, so the other nerves that we're going to work on is your nerves that control your eye movement. So cranial nerves number 3, 4, and 6, which is your ocular motor, your trochlear, and your abducens. So again, we're looking at everywhere, I'm sure, throughout the day, and our eyes are just, overloaded with information and stimulation. So to kind of just slow your eyes down from all that movement that you've been going throughout the day with your eyes, you can do this exercise where you just kind of follow your finger. You follow your finger on a slow H path and kind of just let your eyes acclimate and accommodate to staring at your finger. And I like to just do this slow. We're not in a rush here. We're just trying to exercise these nerves and just kind of like let it catch up to itself and let it reset from all that eye stimulation that you've had throughout the whole day. So again, you can do this as many times as you would like. I'll probably do it maybe 1 or 2 times. And then before you go cross-eyed, you're going to reset, and then you're going to put your finger in front of your face, and then you're going to slowly focus your eyes or your center of attention to the finger here. So again, we're exercising cranial nerve 3 here, and coming back, and then kind of look off somewhere else before you get cross-eyed again, and then touch your nose again, focusing on your finger, and slowly back out. Now you want to do this with your eyes open and your eyes closed. You may get yourself dizzy, and it may look kind of stupid to other people that are around you, but it's okay. This is ways to de-stress yourself. So we'll do this with our eyes closed again, and just trying to follow that H pattern here. Again, and just really kind of like I like to say recenter or reposition these muscles here for these exercises, and then you can touch your nose and come back out. So again, that was cranial nerves 3, 4, and 6. All right, so the next nerves that we're going to work on is cranial nerve 5 and cranial nerve 7, which is your trigeminal and your facial nerve. These nerves control expressions of your face. They control chewing, sensory to the face as well too. So to kind of just decompress and reset these cranial nerves, what you can do for the trigeminal nerve, and it's controlled chewing, you can just kind of like maybe get a piece of gum and just nice and slow chewing movements. I like to just go real slow with this and kind of like just let my jaw hang at the bottom. If I wasn't talking, you'd see it. And come back up. And then you can do it on the opposite side. And just let that jaw hang. And back up. Then with your eyes closed. And when you're not seeing, is that when I close my eyes, or even if I have my eyes open and I let that jaw hang, I'm just taking a nice exhale and just letting that jaw hang. So that can just help in relaxing the trigeminal nerve for the control of chewing. And then for your face, which also you would be massaging cranial nerve number 7 and cranial nerve number 5. So again, you can just do light massages in the face. They don't have to be super aggressive unless, of course, you just like deep pressure and you want to go and that feels good to you. You can go ahead and do that. But I just like to do nice circular motions all around the face and just kind of like stretching these nerves that are innervated throughout your face and give you that sensory input, and just kind of stretch them out just nice and slow. And then you can take it the opposite way as well too. Then we're getting into the chewing muscle here, which is your masseter, and back and forth. Good. So again, you can do this with your eyes open or your eyes closed, just to see how coordinated and symmetrical your circular movements are when you close your eyes versus when you open them. And as you can see, I'm about to fall asleep here because this feels really good. All right, so that was that. And then to kind of just refresh the cranial nerve number 7's control over facial expressions, you can just kind of go through some facial expressions that you go throughout the day with. Like you can just try to smile, just nice and wide. And just think happy thoughts when you do this. You can frown, think sad thoughts. You can puff out your cheeks. And then I like to do this. So I'll puff my cheeks out and then let a nice deep big exhale out as well too, and just kind of like relax those cheeks. So almost spit on the camera, but it's okay. So you can go through whatever feels de-stressing for you as far as these facial expressions go, and there's a million of them out there that you can do, and you can try. You can just make these exercises your own for cranial nerve number 5 and cranial nerve number 7. All right, so the next cranial nerves that we'll be working with again is cranial nerve number 7, cranial nerve number 8, number 9, number 10, and number 12. These are the cranial nerves that control taste. So again, all the food that we eat throughout the day, your taste buds, I'm sure, just get worn out, and then the signals that it's sending to these these cranial nerves that can interpret taste. I'm sure they just get worn out too. So you kind of want to reset that as well. Again, I like to make sure right before I go to bed, I'm cleaning myself, and I take some nice warm water, and I'll just gargle it in my mouth and just kind of like make sure that I get a fresh, new, taste environment for the next day. But I mean, other than that, you can chew on some gum, and I guess after a while, after chewing the gum, it just kind of like the salvatory response that you're getting from that just kind of like will cleanse the palate itself. So you could do that. I like to use some kind of like cleansing lozenges, if I said that word right, that you can use, and just kind of resetting your taste buds there. And then for exercising the tongue, again, our tongue is a muscle, and you use it for speaking, you use it for eating. So this is definitely a cranial nerve that gets used all throughout the day. So in regards to just like exercising your tongue, you can just kind of like, this is gonna look goofy, but it's okay. You're by yourself. This is your safe space. You can just you can just stick your tongue out like that. Let it hang, and then you can stick your tongue out, and then also work on your field of vision. My tongue is following my field of vision. That's okay. And yeah, so these are the exercises that you can do. And again, this is what I'm doing here, but you can try what I'm doing, but make it your own. There's no wrong answer for these exercises here, unless you're obviously not exercising the right cranial nerve. So that would be the cranial nerves 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. All right, so for the last cranial nerve exercise that we're going to be doing is your accessory spinal nerve, which is your cranial nerve number 11. If you are one of those people that just kind of like you work at a desk all day, your upper traps are engaged, your neck's flexed forward, your SEMs are obviously firing off, or I mean, whatever you do for daily living, I'm sure that you're in a forward flex position. So most of the time, these upper traps and these SEMs are just, being used all day. And you look in the mirror, you're like, oh, why is my shoulders like all the way up to my ears at the end of the day? So there's obviously like self-release techniques that you can do that can help in releasing these upper traps and calming down the tension in your neck, your SEM. But a way that you can exercise the cranial nerve here and kind of just de-stress it. I like to call this the shake it off. So what you're going to do here is you're going to activate your SEM, and you're going to activate your upper trap. So it's kind of like a stretch. So you're just kind of like shaking it off and pointing away, and you're getting that stretch there, but you're also just kind of like letting your the weight of your shoulder just kind of pull your arm down and just get that nice stretch. in the upper trap and the SCM, and then you can kind of just shake it off here. That's what I like to call it, shake it off. And then we will do it on the opposite side here. So again, you're looking away, you're pointing down to the floor, and then just taking a deep breath in, exhaling out, and just letting that arm, the weight of the arm, just carry your arm down and stretch out, again, your SCM and your upper trap here. And again, you can just shake it off here. So you can come back and forth here, kind of like a nerve flossing kind of stretch here, but no nerve in particular that we're doing. We're just getting some nice movement there. And this is what you can do before you go to sleep at night to just cleanse, again, all your cranial nerves that you use on a daily basis. So try these exercises out before you go to sleep. Let me know how it works out for you. I'd love to hear what you guys think about it.